Welcome to week 15 of the 52-week art journal journey. This week is about our favorites. What are some of your favorite things? We're going to be combining our arting and our writing to cover 2 pages with our favorite things. You can doodle, draw, color, paint, collage, whatever works for you to depict some of your favorite things, and we'll do some writing about them. My plan was to do little doodles with some added colored pencil color, but I also wanted to start with color. I love color. You may have noticed that. I figured I'd use some acrylic paint in my first favorite entry because color. Then I was looking at some of the tape I peeled from last week's painting. Color. Fun color. And I love those colorful pieces of tape. And I want to use them for more fun art, which was perfect for this. To be honest, I don't actually have a favorite color. It varies with my mood. And why have just one? Which is why the first of my favorite things that came to mind, surrounded by art supplies and ready to art journal some of my favorite things, was color. If you have a favorite color, feel free to start with that, or whatever else popped to mind when I ask you about your favorite things. How would you like to represent your favorites? I didn't use one method. I did try the sketchy thing I had in mind, but it just wasn't working for me. I ended up playing with paint and collaging with my painted paper. That's what was working for me. And hey, another favorite thing to do is play with color and then see what I can do with the pieces. I wrote about my favorites as I arted them. I didn't write a lot. Feel free to write as much as you want. Maybe you can art journal some favorite memories, or refer to them to explain why something is your favorite. There's also no need to explain. Sometimes there isn't even an explanation to give for things that are our favorites, at least not easily articulated ones. Sometimes we just like what we like. They spark something in us. Lake Ontario was the second of my favorites I put on my page. I decided to experiment with the fun, simple printmaking from week 13 with acrylic colors like those I've seen at various beaches in various weather. For the base, I used some interesting surface protecting paper I'd kept, and I used some brown packaging paper as the funky printing plate. Then I used that on my page too as a background for the printed paper cut in wave-like shapes. My simple little journaling, Lake Ontario, the sight and sound of the waves, led me to beachcombing, which brought me to Cool Rocks, which is where my tiny sketches and their inadequate colored pencil colors just didn't capture what I wanted to portray. And that's okay. It's okay. Even if you're filming it, Melinda, and people are going to see it, it's okay. People won't judge the little rocks. And if they do, that's their problem. Don't worry if what you end up with on your page doesn't look like what's in your head. We're more interested in the process than the perfection of the outcome. If you missed the video about letting go of perfection in our art journals, you really should try out that week's blind contour drawing small art. Or revisit it for some more fun. As much as I struggled with the imperfection when forced to do this for art class in the past, it's one of my favorites now. I next tried to doodle hot showers and my beloved buttery yellow comforter, which also means sleep. 3 of life's pleasures. But I was getting really tired of how it just wasn't a moment that doodling specific things was working for me. So back to collaging, a favorite thing. I looked through some scraps and collaged walking in the woods At least that's what it represents to me. And I used a fun scrap that reminded me of a birch or aspen trunk. More favorites. Favorite types of trees. Then, well, trees in general. Our favorite things are part of our identities. We love them because of who we are, and they inform who we are. What do your favorite things say about you? In what ways have they become part of who you are? What effect do they have on you? All of these favorite things are reasons to be grateful. And maybe today's small art and journaling will be for you an act of gratitude. We all need to remember how much there is to be grateful for. Sometimes that's hard. When we experience the anhedonia of depression, that dampening or deadening of our ability to feel pleasure, it's difficult to remember we have favorite things, that life can be enjoyable. It's important to remind ourselves that those feelings passed. That lack of feeling passes. We won't always feel numb. The world won't always be gray. However you're feeling today, take some time to record and express some of your favorites. Some things that bring you joy, that give you pleasure, that brighten your life. Thanks for joining me for another 52-week art journal journey prompt. If you have found value in this video, please like, share, subscribe. In the description, you will find links to the other videos that were mentioned in this video. You can also sign up for weekly emails, and I invite you to follow along on Instagram or Facebook. I so appreciate the opportunity you have given me to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and establish a healthy habit of creative self-care through art journaling. I'll be back next week with another prompt.